So it's been over a year since I released my dream room video. That video is a masterpiece. If you missed it, I highly encourage you guys to watch that video first before watching this one. I added in a lot more things to add a little bit more pop to the room. I'm gonna break it down to categories. So we have my bed area, we have the office area, the entertainment side, and we have the YouTube side. This is something that's new. A lot of people have been asking me, why didn't I change the bed? You know, new room should be a new bed and everything, but there's nothing wrong of my mattress or the bed head. And most importantly, I was trying to cut down the cost. Would I change it now? No, I think it still looks pretty good. Now I decided to install some floating shelves with some plants. So these are the snake plants. And right next to that, I have my oil diffuser. I recommend everybody to have an oil diffuser in their room, make a big difference to the smell and even the feeling. So I use eucalyptus, tea tree, and sometimes I even have a little fun. I use Pina Colada, strawberry. I think it's perfect to have it over the bed because when you're sleeping, you breathe in and you having the moisture. So it's important to have moisture in the air. You don't want that dry air, especially when it comes down to the winter time. Now, one of the things I totally missed out on, I didn't put any art whatsoever on the wall. So you guys see this beautiful art piece behind me? So you can actually touch it and actually feel the painting. It's really 3D. I love having art on my wall. In terms of the nightstand, I'm just using an IKEA Alex drawer just to stand up my lamp and have my Onmi from Pataka so I could charge up all of my Apple devices. The bulb inside the lamp is from LifeX. This is a smart bulb, so I can control it using my smartphone or Amazon or even through Siri. And I have that same very light bulb installed on my bed head. Now, we have the desk area. This is where all the dreams are made of right here. This received the most improvements in my opinion. Big difference from before and now after. I still have the autonomous L-shaped smart standing desk. This is a motorized desk. You can either sit down while you work or stand up, but the desk can memorize up to 4 presets. Cable management can be a little tricky because you have to, have a little bit more slack with the wires so it can have room to go up or down. But I did a fantastic job hiding those cables because there's a lot of wires and stuff that you guys just not gonna see. And in terms of the power cable powering up everything, I added in this spine so it looks cool, but in reality there's a wire just it's out. You guys can see there's a USB and SD cards. That's my adapter dongle for my MacBook. So instead of me reaching all the way to the MacBook, plugging in a dongle, I have my access right here on the right side. The way I accomplished this, really simple. I ran an extension cable, a Type-C extension cable to my MacBook. And then from the extension cable, I connect the dongle and I just put on the command strip on the desk itself. It stayed on ever since. And I placed this conveniently next to the control panel. Now I still have the autonomous Ergo chair. This is the long session chair right here. Mesh all over. You have lumbar support, headrest in there. The only thing with this chair that I don't like, you can't lay all the way back. I still have my LG Ultrawide Monitor, which is powering the MacBook Pro. What's standing up is the BookArc from 12 South. Now in terms of the spec, this is the 16-inch model with the i9 8-core processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 5600M graphics, 1 terabyte of SSD. My peripherals, the MX keys and the MX Master 3. The MX Master 3 is the best mouse in this entire universe. Logitech knocked it out of the park. It feels amazing ergonomically. I don't know how I was using the Magic mouse. The Magic Trackpad is pretty good. You have all those gestures. It just feels natural, especially when you surf in the web. Now what's below my mouse is a wrist rest. This is a Carpio from DeltaHub. When you move your mouse around and it moves around with your movement, it feels so much more comfortable than a traditional wrist rest, especially when you pair it up with the MX Master 3. It was just that good. My headphones of choice for editing and media consumption goes to the AirPods Max. I talk about these countless times on previous videos. Put it in quick summary, you get what you pay for. A luxury design, premium sound thanks to its computational audio, and most importantly, they just work. I have Nanoleafs installed. These are like these wall light panels, and this is the best $200 I ever spent. It looks beautiful to look at. You can download themes from the community, and in general, it looks good. The most important one of all, the 100,000 subscriber silver play button. Can't wait to get that gold YouTube play button for surpassing 1 million subscribers. Love or hate YouTube, I will always respect YouTube for rewarding the creators. Now this second shelf, I just normally like to showcase my old cameras, you know, looking back on where I started from.
Hello YouTube.
Yo, what's going on guys? Simplypops. Now next to that, I have a disassembled iPhone 4S. The iPhone 4S was my first smartphone that I ever had. So it's like, why not display it on the wall? Disassembled. Fun fact, if you put them all together, it'll be a functional iPhone. And if you look at it closely, my name is signed. So we have Simplypops in collaboration with Grid. If you guys want to see their site, they disassemble a bunch of old electronics. And we have the quote from the legend Steve Jobs. So just another boost of motivation. I decided to pick up another HomePod. So now I have two, which is going to enable stereo pairing. It sounds phenomenal. And a lot of you guys were saying, oh, why is he buying a MacBook Pro? Just get a PC or build a PC. Why don't we talk about this beast? RTX 3090. Yes, the 3090 installed as my first gaming PC. And in terms of the CPU, this is the AMD Ryzen 9 5900X. 32 gigabytes of RAM, a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, which is blazing fast. Now, I have 9 fans installed to keep the components cool. And in terms of my monitor, this is the LG Ultra Gear 4K 144 Hz. This is the one with the HDMI 2.0. I kind of regret getting this one because literally 2 months later, LG came out with the HDMI 2.11. 2.11, not 2.11, but 2.11. Let me stop. My PC peripherals, I'm using the Keychron K2 wireless mechanical keyboard. I swapped out the keycaps to white and blue, yet again matching the aesthetics of the room. And I'm using the Tilted Nation RGB mouse. Now the desk mat is from Highstar. They offer many different designs and colors. I like this polygon, matches with the Nanoleafs. This fits perfectly in the room. In terms of the speakers, I'm using the Logitech Z407 because for the price point being under $100, they sound pretty good. When I'm gaming, I like to put on my headset anyway, but you have those times where you just want to sit back, relax, no headphones on, you just want to just play the game. Now, conveniently placed in the middle, I have my Echo Show. This is something that I wasn't expecting to like. Always showing the clock, the weather, the news. It's showing my Amazon orders. I use the Xbox wireless. So I use this both for my Xbox and for my PC. And shout out to Xbox for even reaching out. They not sponsoring this video, but they sponsored a past video. And they engraved my name, Simplypops, with the Xbox logo. Much love to the Xbox team. Underneath on the PC side, I have a footrest. Those long gaming sessions can be intensive. Out of all the desk setups that you guys probably watch, you guys see an Alex draw somewhere. It's one of those things where you just gotta have. And on top of that, I have plants, of course. Gotta keep the greenery going. Now, a lot of people have been saying how, oh, the TV is so high, or how do you watch TV while you're laying down in bed? Guys, it's not that hard, man. A lot of you guys also been saying, why didn't you get an OLED? Why you didn't get an OLED? Now, yeah, you guys are right. I should have went with an OLED, but OLED is so much more money. Like $1,300, $1,200. I didn't want to spend too much money on the TV. So as you guys can see, I finally jumped the gun and picked up an OLED TV. This is the LG C1. And I gotta tell you straight up, this is miles better than my Samsung Q60R, my old TV. OLED offers much more vibrant colors, inky blacks, and the absolute best viewing angles. And what's also cool about this TV, it features HDMI 2.1, which means this is perfect for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, featuring 4K at 120 frames per second. And once you see 120 frames per second, it makes 60 frames per second look choppy. It's that smooth. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your comments and suggestions. of recommending OLED. I don't know what I was thinking back then, but now I came back to my senses. I purchased an Apple TV and it works so much better. I can make a totally separate video talking about this. The entire interface of the Apple TV is just more snappier. It performs better. I added these light bars from Goovy. Basically adds another layer of ambiance, splashing some color onto the wall. So that empty space there, you just add in some color. I installed some RGB light strips on the back of my TV, but not no ordinary light strips. This is a TV immersion kit from Groovy, and this is an absolute breathtaking experience. Here's how it works. It includes a camera. You can install it either on the top or on the bottom. I recommend on the bottom so it's not too obtrusive, and that's gonna allow it to identify the colors on the corners or the side of the TV, and it's gonna send a signal to the light strips, pushing out that color. It's marvelous, man. From playing video games, watching movies, I was watching Star Wars and the lightsabers is going. It is just a pleasant experience nonetheless. And it kind of makes the TV bigger than what it is because the same colors pushing out on the wall. So it just give you the illusion that the TV is bigger. If you have an old TV, this is going to upgrade it. I recommend this kit. I still have the Denon soundbar, which sounds incredible. Now, I got rid of the other two Denon speakers. I wanted to have all the next gen consoles in a row. So I have my Nintendo Switch, which I pre-ordered the OLED Nintendo Switch. So if you guys want to see that video, make sure you guys subscribe. And in the center, I have the PS5, and the far right, I have the Xbox Series X and S. And in terms of the entertainment center itself, this is custom built. You can't get this in the store nowhere, and it's mounted up on the wall, so it's literally floating. And to go alongside with that, we'll have the baseboarders on the bottoms, and added in that Raceway, no cables whatsoever. Going even further with the cable management, keeping that consistency on point. Now this entire opening is just where I store all the cables, so you guys don't see anything. I'm so happy that I decided to make the YouTube desk separate compared to having everything here. Just to be able to flip one switch and all the lights come on and just be able to turn on the camera and film. It just makes things so much more easier or efficient. Getting packages all the time. Now I do have the Pataka mag stand with my iPad Pro. This is just to monitor the camera. And the turnable table is how you guys seeing all these smooth 360 shots. I have multiple different backdrops and construction paper to change the overall look of the overhead from time to time. The way I stand up my camera to get these amazing overhead shots, I purchased another desk mount. This is the same exact desk mount that I use on my LG 38-inch ultra wide, and I unscrewed the Visa mount. This is the Visa mount part here, and I brought a camera screw converter. I put in a ball head, which this is one of the best ball heads ever. And then the cool thing about this, you can pick up release plates. So you can pick up these release plates and screw it onto another desk mount. I want to shout out to Siobhan for telling me about this rig. I appreciate it. Check out his channel. I throw his link in the description. I still have the eWin Champion chair here present. So in case anybody want to come through my room, they have a place to sit. There you guys have it. That is what's new in the studio room. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you missed that video, I highly encourage you guys to watch it. I put a lot of time into it, and man, a lot of people see it. A lot of people liked it. You guys just don't understand how thankful I am for you guys watching all the way through and supporting me. It really means a lot. Thank you.